Hey YouTube, welcome to my new channel. This channel is just for the sole purpose to help out people in different topics, different aspects. So in this case, I'm gonna start it off with, this is a video for mostly truckers, drivers, owner-operators, people that go a lot to the airport, right? So what this video is gonna do is going to explain to you, if you're a first-time driver to go to the airport to pick up, it's gonna show you the process of how to pick up, because some people get confused. They don't know what to do when they get to the airport. They don't know how to pick up. They don't know what to look for when they pick up their freight. So this is just a video to help you and guide you on what to do. Okay, so step one is you approach the airline that you're gonna pick up from. You're gonna go to the address of the warehouse. When you get there, you have to look for a loading dock, and if there's no loading dock open, then you have to wait. Sometimes these loading docks, they're very clustered. For example, if there's 4 loading docks and there's 10 drivers, you have to get there, you have to count all the trucks, and you have to make sure that you know your turn. Do not lose count of your turn, because if you lose count and you accidentally try to cut somebody, or somebody cuts you, it's gonna be a mess. Some of these drivers are aggressive, they've been driving for a long time, they're long haulers, they get very upset. So yeah, keep count on your turn, and then when you get your loading dock, you back in, and then we're gonna go over to step 2. Okay, step 2, when you get your dock door and you're docked in, you get your paperwork, you go to the front office, then you check in. The same thing applies. If the loading docks are clustered, then 10 out of 10 the office is going to be clustered. So you walk into the office and then you have to check in. Some places they have computers where you check in, and some of them you just wait in line. If there's 5 people ahead of you, then obviously you're number 6. So you just wait in line until it comes to your turn, and then when it comes to your turn, you have to have a delivery order for any international freight. There's no exceptions. The airline is not going to print it out for you. You have to get there and have your DO ready. If you don't have that, you're not going to be able to get your freight. And if it's international, you also have to get the ISC paid, the international storage charge. And also, if the freight has been sitting there, there's going to be storage charges. So those things have to be paid, or you will be turned away. These are things that can delay you very much. Especially, I see a lot of drivers, they go into the airport and it's an international shipment, they don't have a delivery order. These people are coming from LA, they're coming from very far places because it's a hot shot shipment and they need to pick it up fast. Next thing you know, they can't get the paper. They delay themselves about an hour, 2 hours, because they're trying to find a way to get the paper. Sometimes it's late at night, you can't find out a way, you have to kind of beg somebody to print it out for you, and it's just a hassle. Guys, have your delivery orders ready if it's international. If it's a domestic shipment, then you're not gonna need a delivery order. So that's very important. Keep that in mind. Have your paperwork ready when it's your time to talk to the office agent at any airline. Have that in mind, guys. Try to get an account number also if you have to pay for any kind of charges. Before you get to that counter, make sure that you ask your dispatcher or your broker or whoever it is, hey, do you have an account number in case there's any charges? Very important. This is very important, guys. Okay, so now after you get a dock door, you do your paperwork. Step 3, you go to the warehouse or the place where the forklift driver is gonna help you and take your paperwork. The same thing applies. If there's nobody there, you can get help quick. If there's a lot of people there, you wait your turn and you make sure you don't forget your spot in the line, because sometimes in these rooms everybody's like all around, there's no chairs, everybody's talking, and it's easy for somebody to cut you, or for you to forget who was in front of you or behind you, or whatever the case might be. Always remember your place in the line, right? And be patient. Sometimes there's 5 people ahead of you, 5 of them have trailers, they all have full loads. There's nothing you can do. You just have to wait, be patient. And one of the main, I would say, rules that you should make for yourself is never disrespect the forklift drivers. And always, even if they move very slow, if they're taking a lot of breaks, whatever that they do, you have to try not to disrespect them, because if you go there very frequently, you see these guys every day. So if you're disrespecting them, these guys are gonna, every single day they see you, oh, this guy's disrespectful, I'm gonna take even longer to help him. Or trust me, guys, the forklift drivers are like that. So definitely, respect the forklift drivers. and always respect your turn. Don't let people cut you, because that's just gonna delay you, especially if you're in a rush. So yeah, always respect the forklift driver. Here and there, you can, if you've been waiting, sometimes you wait for 2-3 hours, then you can be like, hey, what's going on? Can you guys get more help? Or we've been waiting here for hours. Then you can complain, but don't be disrespectful. Just tell them that, hey, like, it's already been a long time. Can you guys please get some help? Because we've been waiting for so long. Okay, so after that, they're gonna take your paperwork. The forklift driver's gonna take your paperwork when it's your turn. You open your, a lot of times, they let you open your dock door. So you open it, you open your truck, you put the ramp up, and then you wait for them to bring you your freight. But be cautious, because sometimes they get upset if you open the doors. They want to open the doors themselves. So it depends on which airline you're going to. But yeah, when they bring you your freight, is highly of importance. This is one of the most important steps when picking up freight. Okay, always check your master airway bill number and your house airway bill number as well, because the master is like the mother. Like a mom has 3 kids and each one has a different name. The same thing with a master. People consolidate shipments. Let's just say if a shipment comes from China and they consolidate it, and there's 5 different shipments in that one master, and that master has 5 different houses. You can be picking up one of those houses, and the forklift driver can bring you a different house. If you go by the master, you're gonna get the wrong piece. Always check the house airway bill to make sure that you have the correct piece. Don't always assume that it's the correct one. Always check your house airway bill and your master. If your shipment is only one piece and it has no house, you don't have to worry about it. But a lot of times, if you have more than one piece, try to see if if it has a house, and then check it, because sometimes these guys, they bring you the wrong houses. The master airway bill might match, but you have a different house. This is very important, because if you're delivering shipments, state to state, and you're picking up a shipment, and you didn't check the house bill, and now you have the wrong house, and you're going from California to Florida, then hey man, that sucks. That's a very long drive just to have the wrong piece. Be careful what you guys are doing when you're picking these things up, because if you pick up the wrong piece, that's a big problem. You're not only delivering the wrong freight, you can shatter the name of if you're an owner operator, you can shatter the name of your company. And not only that, the storages are going to build up for that shipment that you did not pick up because you picked up the wrong one. Be very cautious. This is the most important step, definitely, of when picking up freight. Always check your masters and your houses, and always get a piece count, and make sure you secure your load. When securing your load, meaning if you're picking up 100 boxes and you have 5 pallets, 20 a piece, shrink wrap it. Make sure your freight is safe, because if you deliver it and it falls in your truck and it's damaged, then you're gonna have a problem. Another thing, when picking up, always check for damages. If there's any damages, you tell the forklift driver, hey man, there's damages on the freight. I need an exception, that the freight is damaged, that the shock watch is activated, that the tip and tail is activated. All these things, there's a hole on the crate, there's a hole on the boxes. All these different things you have to keep your eyes on, because if not, that can cost you at the end, and then the consignee can be very upset. So that's another thing, guys. Keep your eyes on the house airway bill, the master airway bill, and any damages to your freight. If there's any damages, you pretty much tell them, hey, I need an exception, and then the counter will make you a copy, and then you're safe. You back yourself up. And if they can't find it, you get an exception. The same thing. They can't locate it, a UTL note with the name of the person. Always get the name of a person, and you're good. Yeah, that's pretty much all the steps when you're picking up freight. One little tiny thing that I forgot to mention on I believe it was step 2, when you're doing your paperwork. For any reason, if you can't pick up the freight, it's not there yet, or anything happens in that nature that you can't get it, it's not there yet, or it's not cleared by customs, because they can turn it away because it's not cleared by customs. If by any chance anything happens when you can't pick up that freight, always get a note from the counter. Tell them to write a name and the reason why you could not get it. It's very important to have these notes, because this can waive off any storage charges in the future. I apologize. That was supposed to be for step 2, but it just came to mind. But just something to keep in mind, guys. Safe driving, and yeah, good luck to everybody.